Welcome to Pixel Pushers, your show about the next generation of gaming. We love talking to creators from VR to mobile to UGC, and now we have our friend Alexandre.
Very nice to see you again.
Bienvenue.
Merci. I'm glad to be part of the Pixel Pusher podcast.
You're pushing pixels, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. Yeah.
That's what you do. For people who don't know who you are, give them a little TLDR on what you're about.
So I design immersive experience. I'm the CEO of a small indie studio named Chipo y Juan. We are in France and we design games. We just released Detective VR on MetaQuest. And we did before some immersive exhibition, some experience, and also escape room, IRL, true escape rooms. But years after years, we did get closer and closer to video game.
Amazing. Tell us more. You've been telling me something about your new game on the Quest that came out recently. It's a hybrid, you said, of kind of a couple of different games or movies that were inspired by it.
Exactly.
More about it.
So it's a mixed reality game with hand tracking, and you will go from mixed reality scenes to VR and go back and forth. The goal is to collect clues and explore testimony, but they are not reliable. When you explore a testimony, you can control time, like in Minority Report. You rewind, you see the scene around you. And it was pretty fun because we did shoot some, so it was one scene of 2 or 3 minutes with 2 or 3 actors. It was fancy actors that you can see in TV shows like The Crown, Succession, Flowers. And we met them. We convinced them to be part of the game. And they went to do the recording mock-up in Marseille, south of France, with us. And it was a fantastic experience.
That's amazing. I love playing like detective games, but I'm used to things like Shadow of Doubt, like those types of games. Like, and Jake and Dylan are like, I'm more new to VR and XR. So tell me, like, what would I experience that I probably wouldn't experience playing like a 2D game?
Shadow of Adopt, it's very interesting because it's procedural. In our case, it's really a story like the movie Memento, where you start from the end and you go to the beginning.
Speaking my language, a Christopher Nolan movie?
Perfect. And you see it from different point of view. Every time you will collect clue and it will unlock a suspect. The suspect will appear in your living room and talk to you. Sometimes they are a little bit sassy or a little bit with an attitude. They will not reveal things. And when you put in a corner a suspect, it will say, okay, I will tell you what happened. And you can explore these parts of the story. And so you rewind time and you see what happened. And it's only to discover the path of 6 characters. And everybody has a motivation. Everybody has something that he hide. Yes. So if you like nonlinear narrative games, if you like Detroit Become Humans, you should like it.
Again, Detroit Become Human. Those are like my jams.
Like made for Deepak.
Cool. So it's like, I love the choice matrix. And so so if I'm connecting the dots, right? Like you're doing Memento, right? But then you're going into these choice matrix, right? As well. Like Detroit Becomes Human and like...
Yeah, so the scale is not as big as Detroit Become Humans. We have 12 scenes that you can explore. It's 4 to 6 hours of gameplay.
More games need to be... I've heard about the AAA devs, like, more games need to be shorter because most people don't finish games. So just having a good, tight experience.
We are very happy with the playthrough. The playthrough average time is 1 hour. That's very unusual for MetaQuest.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's shorter. And we had people playing 4 hours straight. So thanks to
They get the extra
Back,
battery
yeah.
packs and stuff.
Yeah, when we did the press tour in London, just before release, a journalist arrived at 8 p.m. and did go through until noon and just realized, oh my God, no, I have other appointment, I need to go. And he didn't finish the game. He left a fantastic review. But that's something very different from your the kind of game that you can find in the MetaQuest. Because you are in VR than in mixed reality, you can spend much more time. And also because we use hand tracking, I think that tricks your brain because you feel, okay, I'm in my living room. I'm using what I'm using since I'm born, my hands. So it's pretty natural. And yes, pretty much.
What's the experience like when you go? Because I haven't tried it yet. When you go from VR like into mixed reality, because that's another thing I feel like you don't see enough of yet is combining a truly like mixed reality experience when you hop between the two. Like that's a really unique concept.
So you have a very fancy transition where all your mesh is covered by transition, and you go straight to the memory that you are exploring. When you are in mixed reality, you have just a detective board, and we disable the guardian. So you can sit in your couch, grab the detective board, collect clues, and every time you are finding clues on an evidence, you will be able to say to the witness, okay, I got you. And he will appear in front of you and react to that. So this is a very chill experience.
Nice.
And then you go to discover the testimony, the souvenir. This is 15 to 20 minutes of gameplay in full VR.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it's not too boring because people in flat screen doesn't expect the same thing as in virtual reality.
Yeah.
And our scope is much smaller than Detroit Become Humans, for example.
But that's okay. Like again, I think more people would finish games if they were more bite-sized. Because like once you know how it is, like you found that that's that, then it's like you're committed, right? So then you only got so much time before you like your next responsibility happens. Like I'm with you.
And even fantastic games, sometimes I just let them in the middle and I don't have the courage to go back. For example, Expedition 33, amazing game. After 20 hours, I had to do other thing 1 week later.
Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear.
What's your favorite, for example, a narrative game?
Like I'm a big fan of Kojima. I wouldn't say it's a narrative game, but like he does so much exposition and cutscenes that I think of it as a narrative game. Yeah, that's probably my favorite type, like Death Stranding, those types of games.
Death Stranding, we were talking about the other day. I couldn't get very far into this Death Stranding myself. Freaked me the heck out. I loved like the environments and the scenery and all that stuff, especially because I was just pushing my brand new 2070 when I got it like a few years ago. I was like, this is, and as soon as I got into this scary stuff, I was done. I'm a 6'2" baby. Those guys are those.
Yeah, it's crazy what Kojima asks to the player. So the storytelling is incredible because you have so many things different that interact, but the core gameplay is just hiking.
Mm-hmm.
It's very repetitive, but it's like you go in a zone and you enjoy it. Yeah. And the end, worth it. So you have to... I didn't play the second one. I can wait.
Oh, yeah?
It's good. Has a lot of quality of life improvements. The other one is, do you ever play Gisant?
I just downloaded it. Is it good? The artistic direction is incredible.
Again, I'm cheating again, right? So like, there's not many words. It's all art direction that speaks the narrative. And it's a very simple mechanic, right? Of holding the triggers and climbing. So like, it's a beautiful game in that sense. It's the story of like, you're finding to like, and you're figuring out this journey of why they're trying to go through.
Sometimes a game without any dialogue is more powerful. You have the journey. You have also Inside. Do you know the play game games? They are doing a side adventure game when you are a little boy in the middle of horrible things. It's incredible because you have no word and you have a very engaging story. Yeah.
You're in this space, right? I think a lot of our like listeners always want to know, like, so, like I'm used to UGC development, right? Like, what are the pain points you see in developing this space? You're not committing to this game. Like, what do you see as like things you wish improved in the industry for game development, especially around like VR?
So for VR, I think we are pretty much mature market, but for mixed reality, there is so many things to discover. We are in a transition. We have headsets, and later it will be only glasses with, yeah. But I think it will happen soon, and maybe it will be the next step from our smartphones to our glasses, and it will be how we tell stories that take place in our real life. And this is very interesting for me because we can make storytelling that will be aware of your environment, of your surrounding. I would like to try this and try also to do more. It's not properly AI, but it's to have the games that react to your behavior, to react to your surroundings. And Quest 3 allows us to explore this. The next step will be to see if we can translate it to wearables. So we will see. We have many prototypes that we want to explore. And I think it will be absolutely fantastic when you are in a train or waiting for a meeting to start a little adventure that takes place in front of you. And after you can cut it.
Yeah. We're recording this about, 2 hours before the Connect keynote. So it's a very interesting time talking about future stuff, what we might be able to do, especially on the wearables front as well. It's going to be interesting. But I think, that's where a lot of this is really interesting, where this is going to go too, like from these immersive experiences, especially for you being on the forefront of building mixed reality experiences too. And the concept of like be fully immersive in a mixed reality experience. Because I think just thinking like very far ahead where these devices are going, wearable devices, things like that, where you will be able to jump like a pair of glasses, beyond this future Quest of whatever it is. You'll be able to jump really quickly between those experiences. So when you're on the train, you don't have to like put on another headset. You'll be wearing your regular glasses. You could go from like, maybe you put down the tray table on your train, and you have a little diorama of say like the murder scene, and then you can lean back and get into the full immersive experience. Is that where you see a lot of
exactly
going? Yeah.
Yes, no, that's a perfect perfect explanation of what will happen in my eyes. But so many possibilities, and I think it's just around the corner, because what we are designing with Quest 3 mixed reality and tracking, it is the language of the next device. So we are already making it. It will only be form factor and user interface. Because currently for the Meta Ribbon, you don't have a store, you cannot interact with it. We will see what will be revealed.
By the time this airs, you will know.
Oh,
that's the interesting timing of all of this.
So what I can make a wish list of what I would like to see.
Please.
I would like to have just a ribbon with a view screen like it was for Orion, that allow us to have minimalist graphic, but it can be only text that we will display in front of you. And you can already tell a story. And you can make so many games. For example, a escape room game when you will have to hunt for elements, and you will be able to say, find something red. You will find it.
That's interesting. And then you can use the camera to recognize, hey, you're looking at that thing.
Because you are the biggest problem for mainstream about headset is that headsets cut you from reality. It tries to recreate reality. Passthrough it's only a recreation for cameras that try to map reality, but you are disconnected. Yeah. Even in mixed reality, you are not your full view of the world. With glasses, it is the opposite. You see the world and you have something else on top, and you can share it as you see the world. It's fantastic. And also just, the Meta Ribbon changed everything. You can take pictures in your point of view. Before it was taking your phone and doing it. It's so immediate.
Of the moment and stuff like that.
Yeah. And for sometimes personal event, for example, family moment, you can share it in your point of view. Yeah. I didn't expect that to be so moving, and it is.
Yeah, because you can feel connected to it. And then just like the perspective, especially when you look back on those memories, especially as a parent myself, right? Like being, and you're a parent, relatively new parent as well. Yeah, those moments where I can like swing my son around, and I have videos of it and stuff too, just those first person perspective. And you can see this also where it's going, even if it's a photo, a lot of what you're seeing happening, Apple's doing it, we're doing it, we're able to convert standard like flat 2D photos and convert them, give them some sense of depth. So it translates onto when you put on a Quest or other devices, you get that depth, even if it wasn't captured that way. Or there's other systems like you talk about Minority Report. There's this app I like to use called Whist. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
That creates 3D depth.
3D video. Kind of just like a Minority Report, he has like the 3D video of like, the scene or his family, looking back on memories. You can just use your iPhone and create 3D scene like videos. It gives the depth to those too. And there's no reason why you won't be able to do that with glasses and other things as well. So literally being able to step back into those memories is like, that's some of the stuff I'm most excited for. Because it's one thing to look at a photo, but to be able to like step back into your living room, and it's going to be crazy surreal.
Did you see the demo where somebody? So few months ago, the access to the camera was allowed for MetaQuest. It was a big revolution, and somebody did something absolutely incredible. A rewind of your point of view. So he was going to the door, forget the key, and just in a view of the screen, he can see a video playback of what he did in POV, and rewind until he see that he let the key.
Really a scene right out of Black Mirror where you can
exactly
an episode where they can rewind.
You can obsess and rewind it and say, "Oh, what did I say in Pixel Pusher podcast?" Oh no!
Exactly. It's crazy how we're already there. We're already at that point.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
And for you, what do you think will be the next step?
Oh, you asking me? Yeah, no one ever asked me that. I think the future, I mean, I'm with you that like, I see more of it as like virtual worlds and mixed reality, right? So I think like that's why passthrough is so, I'm not even in this stage, right? Like it feels like passthrough is so requested and people loved it, right? Is because it actually creates this like effect where there's a little bit of virtual light and a little bit of the reality, right? So to me, the future is going to be like, where does technology like ease people's situations? So to me, the future is like in medical, glasses, right? And entertainment. So like the entertainment part is like, how easy is it just to feel like you're in a Pokemon Go type game, right? With the glasses on, right? Medical, how easy is it to like practice or like do crazy operations you could never do before, right?
Also for culture, I think.
Yeah.
We design a lot of exhibition, immersive exhibition, like for prehistoric cave, where you use MetaQuest 2 to see the cave, be alone, and there is on tracking. And it's fantastic because you have 25 to 50 people that are doing some on-tracking move. It's like looking at Tai Chi. You have as many people that play, that look at the experience. But currently, you are looking, if you are visiting a historical site and you have only some remains of a temple or thing like that, you cannot see it as it was. We can try to explain it. With wearable and mixed reality, you can have the temple that appear in front of you, and you can be inside of this. For example, for Assassin's Creed Nexus on MetaQuest, it was already incredible. But if you are on location and you can walk in time and see what it was before, I think this is really engaging, and this is putting you in contact with history, with patrimoine, like never before, with heritage story.
Life, exactly, yeah. And like AI NPCs, like this is something that's not becoming possible. This start to go up to people, from that time period or whatever, wherever you are, or maybe it's completely made up world, and talk to them and have conversations with them. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really exciting. For sure. What it does for storytelling, gameplay, education. We're only starting to scratch the surface of all of this stuff.
And maybe we can share something about incredible experience that show us the true potential of mixed reality or VR. For VR, for me, it was Assassin's Creed Nexus, just a simple thing. So you can just go around. It was in the, I think it was with Alexandra's story. So the Greek part of Assassin's Creed, and you can see NPC talking together.
Yeah.
So I just went to listen to them, and one of them just turns the head to me and say, "Yes, what are you looking for?" And it's like in real life when you are looking at people and they notice you. It was like a roller coaster. This can happen also in virtual life.
Mm-hmm.
Design, it used to be, we went from like pushing the pixels, right, to then sort of like open world games. So we just went wider, right? But I think the next evolution is like, how many more interactions can we have in a dense space? And I think, to your point, like the embodied NPCs or like what you saw in Assassin's Creed, the more we get there, the more we get that like fully realized virtual worlds, right? But then at mixed reality, once that gets going, right, like that's an easier shortcut, right? Because it's you two are talking, I come up, hey.
Well, if it's you, I would ignore you.
Yeah,
Oh, rude.
Well, I know you guys need to get to going to Connect.
Yeah.
So like hearing those cool announcements. So like, thank you so much for being on the show and reaching out.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Have you, man. Great to have you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deepak.
All right. That's it from us from Pixel Pushers. Jake, want to close us out?
Like and subscribe. Find us on YouTube. Look forward to more episodes here at Connect and all our episodes in the future featuring amazing creators from around the world and across different platforms. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.